Hey, I'm Carter Woodeil from Hinsdale, Massachusetts, and you may remember Alex Barth's wonderful rendition of Taco Tuesday play-by-play. Well, it's dinner time now, and there's steak on the grill, and I'm going to give you the blow-by-blow of every aspect. So right here, we've got some flank steak. It's come out of the oven. We got to let it rest for a little while before it winds up on the table and into the children's mouths. It's waiting. It's simmering on there, really steaming. It's going to be delicious. So right over here, we got a side dish, corn on the cob. Normally, when you eat it at home, you get a big, long kernel, the whole corn, but this is sliced into smaller pieces. It's a lot easier to feed a bunch of kids walking into this cafeteria to get online quickly and get out. These pieces are much smaller and much easier to handle for kids. Also, we got some chicken slices here, I believe. Not sure if this is a leftover or something that's going to wind up being on the table at some point later. Chicken, very good protein. It can go with really any sauce option, teriyaki, barbecue. You could deep fry it. It's a very versatile meat. It makes it a really good option. Happening right now, a live break. Veggies have just been taken out of the oven. They appear to have been steamed or broiled. He's now working them over with one of his spatulas, getting them all mixed and getting those juices and oils spread throughout these vegetables. Looks to be some kind of squash, maybe some zucchini. It looks delicious right now. It looks like a cucumber, but it's not. I've just received an important update from the chef himself. The meat that I was referring to earlier that I thought was chicken, it turns out it's actually pork. The reason why it's out and ready to serve just in case is because he fears that the meal portions for the steak might be too small. That is, he may not have enough steak to feed all of the hungry kids that will be into this cafeteria. This is bad news for steak lovers, but good news for pork fans, as this may be brought out as a secondary meat if we run out of available steak. And he's sharpening his knife. It looks like he's just about ready to cut up the steak as dinner approaches. Just want to make the blade nice and sharp. We're not dealing with much steak. So it looks like he's preparing to cut the steak. He's got the tongs in his hand and the knife is ready. And here comes the first piece of steak ready to be cut. He looks like he's cutting it into thin strips of steak. They look absolutely delicious. Continuing to cut up the piece into strips, maybe trying to maximize the little amount of steak that he has at his disposal. Right here we have the A1 steak sauce. It's my personal favorite of all the various steak sauce brands that are available at local supermarkets. It claims itself as the most important and top-notch steak sauce, and I'm going to have to agree. It says to shake well before use. It even suggests dancing or jumping jacks if there isn't much left. And for this steak sauce, I would be willing to do anything.
Everybody dance now. Everybody dance now. Give me the music. Yeah.
So right here, we've got our two available types of fries. We've got our French fry. Right here, it's just a sliced potato that's been fried. And then the next one goes a little bit differently. It's a waffle fry cut up. It looks like that wonderful syrupy breakfast dessert. No syrup on this one, though. It's salted, it's fried, it's hot, and it goes great with ketchup. And if you look on the inside, it's actually a little fluffier than it looks. There's real potato stuff in here, similarly to what you would see if you cut this French fry in half right here. When it comes right down to it, they're made of the same stuff. It's potatoes through and through. But I believe that even though they probably taste exactly the same, that these waffle fries are more enjoyable. Well, it looks like dinner is about to be served, and I want to grab a spot at the table before the rush gets here. I'm Carter Woodeil from Hinsdale, Massachusetts for YBA.